If you're looking for a good ski or snowboard helmet, stick around because today we're going through 7 of the best you can buy right now in Europe. From ultralight premium options to budget-friendly picks that get the job done, there's something here for every level and every wallet. I'll tell you the good and the not so good about each one so you can choose wisely. All the links are down in the description. Let's get into it. We start with the Salomon Pioneer LT Access, and I'll tell you straight away this helmet is absolutely brilliant. Salomon has managed to create a helmet so light you literally forget you're wearing it. We're talking about around 340 grams, which is incredible when you compare it to other models that weigh 500 or 600. What's really interesting is the EPS 4D technology, a foam with channels and programmed deformation zones that absorbs impacts like a beast, both vertical and oblique. If you take a hit, the energy dissipates before reaching your skull. The fit is spectacular thanks to the dial system integrated into the liner, which eliminates those annoying pressure points on the back of your head. The ear pads have a V-shaped design that leaves space for your ears, so no pain after a long day on the slopes. Keep in mind the ventilation is passive, meaning the air channels are always open. On very cold days or with strong wind on the chairlift, you might need a good balaclava to compensate. If you have a rounder head rather than oval, try it on first because some people notice a bit of pressure on the temples. But if you're after maximum comfort for long days on the mountain, this helmet is your best mate. Moving on to the Odoland kit, which includes helmet and goggles in one pack. This is the perfect option if you're just starting out and don't want the hassle of finding matching components separately. The big advantage of buying the set is that the goggle's curvature fits perfectly with the helmet edge, eliminating that gap on your forehead that freezes at speed, known as the gaper gap. The helmet has adjustable ventilation via top dial, giving you control over temperature depending on conditions. One detail I really like is that the inner liner is completely removable and washable. Very practical because when you're learning, you tend to sweat quite a bit more. The included goggles are decent for beginners, but don't expect premium performance. In high humidity conditions, they can fog up more easily than higher-end options. If skiing hooks you, you can always upgrade the goggles later on. For anyone wanting a complete and simple solution to start enjoying the snow without spending a fortune, this kit does the job perfectly. The Outdoor Master Kelvin is the tank of this comparison, a helmet with injected ABS construction that handles absolutely everything you throw at it. Picture the typical scene in your car boot where everything rolls around and bangs together. Well, this helmet doesn't flinch. The thick, hard plastic shell offers brutal resistance against everyday knocks, something that lighter in-mold construction helmets simply can't match. It comes in a massive variety of colors in both matte and gloss finishes, so you'll definitely find one that suits your style. The fleece-lined interior is quite warm, ideal for those January days in the Alps when the cold really bites. That said, the trade-off is the weight. At around 550 grams, you definitely notice you're wearing a helmet. In quick turns or bumpy terrain, that extra mass creates a bit more inertia. Some wind noise around the ear pads at higher speeds has also been noted. Comparing directly with the Salomon, the Kelvin weighs almost double but costs significantly less and handles much more rough treatment. For those on a tight budget or anyone wanting something robust that'll last for years without worry, the Kelvin is a very smart investment. And the Findway helmet tries to position itself between budget-friendly and modern freerider style. Visually, it looks great with its in-mold construction that fuses polycarbonate with EPS, achieving a clean and lightweight profile. It has 8 top vents to keep your head cool during activity. However, there's something important you should know before buying. The sizing runs small. Many people who order their usual size find the helmet sits too high on the crown, leaving the forehead more exposed than it should be. My recommendation is to order a size up or be prepared to manage a possible return. The materials, while acceptable, don't convey the same solidity as brands like Salomon or POC. For occasional use of just a few days per year or low-speed activities, it's a valid option. But if you plan to ski frequently, it's worth considering other alternatives. The Bollé Juliet is designed specifically with female anatomy in mind, and I don't just mean making it smaller and adding pretty colors. There's real engineering here adapted to women's proportions and needs. The construction is high-resistance injected ABS, providing superior protection against all types of impacts, including those accidental knocks from ski poles or chairlift safety bars. The click-to-fit system allows precise micrometric adjustment that you can manage perfectly even with thick gloves, something you really appreciate in the middle of a blizzard. The interior is lovely, hypoallergenic materials, and synthetic leather that offer superior warmth and tactile comfort. If you're someone who's always cold, you'll love this helmet because it creates a very cozy microclimate. At 520 grams, it's not the lightest, but the harness system distributes the weight so well that the sensation of heaviness practically disappears. On warmer spring days, it might feel a bit much precisely because of that heat retention. For female skiers looking for serious protection and thermal comfort, the Juliet is a fantastic choice. The POC Obex Pure represents Scandinavian philosophy taken to the extreme: safety without frills and pure functionality. POC is a brand that takes protection very seriously, and although this Pure model is their entry point without the MIP system, the build quality is absolutely first class. The in-mold construction achieves a weight of around 420 grams with a very elegant low profile. What really sets this helmet apart is its chimney-style ventilation system. The front openings are positioned to align with the top of your goggles, creating airflow that sucks moisture upward and expels it out the back. The result is possibly the best solution on the market against goggle fogging. If you chronically suffer from fogged-up goggles, the Obex Pure will change your life. The adjustment wraps around your head 360 degrees, not just pushing on the back like more basic systems. The matte finish requires a bit more care as it can show scratches more easily. For anyone who values minimalist style and wants to forget about fogging problems, this helmet is a gem. We close with the Lanovagear W203, the most utilitarian and budget-friendly option of the entire comparison. This helmet with ABS plus EPS construction meets European certification and offers perfectly valid basic protection. The shell is extremely tough, handling the most careless treatment you can imagine. It includes adjustable ventilation to adapt airflow to conditions. At 610 grams, it's the heaviest of everything we've seen today, which can cause some fatigue on very long days, especially for lighter individuals. The peripheral plastic finishes are simpler than other options. For kids who treat their gear without mercy, or for anyone who only skis very occasionally, it gets the job done. So, wrapping up to help you choose. If you prioritize absolute comfort and you're going to spend all day on the mountain, the Salomon Pioneer LT Access is unbeatable with its lightness and absorption technology. If your goggles constantly fog up and you want an elegant design, the POC Obex Pure solves that problem like no other. For tight budgets where you need bomb-proof durability, the Outdoor Master Kelvin is the smartest investment. If you're a woman looking for warmth along with serious protection, the Bollé Juliet is designed with exactly you in mind. And if you're just starting out and want a complete pack without complications, the Odoland kit makes it really easy. Remember, all the links are in the description below. If you found this video helpful, subscribe to the channel so you don't miss more comparisons like this one. See you in the next one.